All right, here's the former undisputed UFC welterweight champion and still one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, the Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman. What do you think his approach is going to be here tonight? Because we love the jab, the striking has evolved, but we all know what his bread and butter is.
His bread and butter is his wrestling. I think the only thing I can point to is that he lost the first fight of his career. Then he went on that tremendous run to become the welterweight champion and widely regarded the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. That was his bounce back. Tonight he has to do that again. He's got to go back to that mindset that allowed for him as a young fighter to tie George St. Pierre's record for most wins in the welterweight division. That starts tonight, and ultimately he's hoping that leads to another reign atop the welterweight division.
And there have been rumblings about some injuries, maybe a knee, his hand. He says he's healthy. We'll see how it goes for Kamaru Usman getting back on the proving ground here tonight. The Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman, as usual, ready to battle as he tries to take home the title. Well, we have seen a lot of fighters expeditiously rise to mixed martial arts superstardom. But how about Alex Pereira? Crosses over into mixed martial arts from kickboxing and essentially takes the sport by storm?
By storm, John. I mean, so fast to go from a guy that was what can be to the champion. But when you possess this level of skill, when your kickboxing is second to none, and then you train with Glover and you develop wrestling defense, you know that you have a chance. Pereira not only had a chance, he took it all the way to the title, and tonight, he looks to get another victory.
He's seemingly a perfect mix of intensity and composure. He has heart, championship medal, Alex Pereira, the total package. We're certainly glad he's here in the UFC. Pereira, ready to engage in another high-profile matchup here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kamaru, the Nigerian nightmare, Usman. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira!
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, here we go with round 1. Alex. Oh, he is stunned, trying to recover here. So once again, making good use of his size as he lands the knee. Lands another knee there, DC. It doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it goes so good. Shot on the feet.
Oh, hurt again!
Back to his feet. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive these over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move. Nice jab.
All right, so there's the takedown from Kamaru Usman. We know he has fallen in love with his jab at his hands a little bit, but back to his bread and butter early in this one.
Well, that's his roots, right? For as good as he is in the stand-up, for as powerful as the jab is, it's always going to be the wrestling of Kamaru Usman that's going to lead the day. Whether it's offensive or defensive, Kamaru Usman will wrestle if he ever wants to be the champion.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Usman. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Usman. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Usman's able to flatten him out. This could very well be the beginning of the end. Pereira's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. Under a minute now to go in the round. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Kamaru Usman. Oh, another strike lands from the top.
This is where he wants to be.
Ooh, good movement to avoid that strike from the top. Seconds winding down in the opening round. Pereira's eye is closing up now. Not good for him. Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, so the round over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Pereira gets caught with that punch.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
All right, same bat time, same bat channel. You think he's going to look to set up that hook again here?
I mean, you can see it, John. You can see him doing it. You can see him sneaking looks to see where that hand is going to be. He's sneaking looks because he's going to find the opportune time to drop that big hook over the top.
Takedown defense holds up. Short uppercut here on the clinch by Kamaru Usman. Checks the leg kick. Well, informed speculation says he's going to try to set up another hook here. Nicely timed kick to the body for the champion. And there it is. There's the hook again. DC, you saw that coming. There won't be anything extra in your paycheck this week, but nicely done.
You can see him setting it up. You see him just throwing the right hand out, cocking himself to get the left hand going. Or you see him throw the jab, cocking the right arm.
DC, he's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Got to the clinch, controlled the posture, and lands some big knees from in close.
Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in this second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round 2. The uppercut flails and misses. 90 seconds now to go in round 2. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman.
Oh, right into mount.
All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, there's the end of the round. I'm looking over to my left, UFC President Dana White. I think he's making out the bonus check right now. Incredible back and forth action.
Sign the check, boss. These two young men deserve $50,000. Hell, let's give them each $100,000 for the performance that they just put on in one round. Both were hurt. Both were able to withstand the punishment, and I can't wait until the next round gets started.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
Here we go, third round of this championship. Huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Huge shot being landed on both sides. Usman goes in for the takedown now, and he gets it. Beautiful transition there, and he was getting worked on the feet, so a nice job to get the fight to the ground. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Pereira. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Now he's going full mount.
Oh, just a merciless approach here on the ground, continuing to target that cut.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran.
Big, big strikes continue to land. Oh, these are some serious power punches from the top by Usman.
I want to see that space. Grab your guard back. Let's go.
He's got to be careful here.
Like that.
Oh, man, how many shots to the head can one individual take? I'm not a doctor, but that swelling suggests there might be some sort of fracture.
Yeah, there might be something wrong with him. He's so swollen, he's so beat up, but he's so tough. That is why he's still standing. Normal people could not still be standing in the middle of an octagon fighting right now. Hats off to him for his toughness, but he ain't gonna get the job done tonight. He did not address it early enough.
Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Pereira's in half guard. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's gonna try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you gotta be careful here. Under 30 seconds.
Massive shot from the top.
Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, heading back to the corner now, and Usman's bleeding from the forehead there a little bit. It doesn't appear to be too bad. The focus for the cut man, though, to make sure that he can stop the bleeding and not allow the blood to get into the eyes. Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, 4th round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested, right? Dig deep, lean on the heart. We'll see who has the upper hand.
You feel pretty good in round number 5. Round number 4 is the one that really does test the fighter. It really does test the mettle of the guy inside of the octagon.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook. He's got the... Oh!
Oh, judo toss. Made it look easy.
Changing the position.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. And you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
Now he's got a good body position, yup.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Postures up now and lands a vicious head strike.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him. Great job landing from the top position. He's got to start throwing down.
Another ground and pound strike lands. Pereira's face would have to be classified as a mess. Cut on his cheek, and it's only getting worse. 10 seconds to go in round 4. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Usman. And there's the buzzer indicating the end of round 4.
Stop.
All right, so the fighter heads back to the stool, and man, that is a severe cut that he's dealing with. We'll see if they call in the ringside physician.
Olha, tá muito perto essa luta, okay? It's way too close right now. So what I need you to do...
All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent. But this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
5th and final round forthcoming. Huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot.
Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
Nice shot there by the champ. He passes to half guard.
Ground and pound the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud.
Another strike gets through from the top position. Look at that. Recognizing he's about to lose position.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah. No pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Oh! Gets back to his feet. Try to establish that jab. Usman's definitely taking aim at that cut right now. You see, targeting that area that is already compromised on his opponent.
And now some separation. And he's tired too, John. You know, he's tired too. I know he goes hard. He doesn't show it. You know, it's like playing poker. But he's just as tired.
All right, breaking the action here. No surprise to see if the ref is going to get the doctor to look at that eye that is nearly shut at this point.
Yeah, it's swelling bad, but he seems to still want to be out there.
Well, this is a good sign. The doctor talking to the referee, and the fight will continue, at least for now.
Yeah, this is a good decision. I mean, swelling can be superficial. He seems like he wants to compete. Let's go.
All right, so the ringside position has made his way back to his seat. The referee gets the action back underway. The fans are excited. This fight's going to continue.
Absolutely. And I'm just...
Oh! That'll do it! Kamaru Usman!
Yo! Wow! That was nasty!
Bruce Buffer now has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 50 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman.
Man, Usman's feeling his power, and why not? Another knockout for the former welterweight champ tonight.
Yeah, beautiful knockout by Kamaru Usman. He has gotten so much better in striking, and these opportunities are presenting themselves. Just like he did to Jorge Masvidal. The guy has setups, he believes in his jab, he believes in his power, and he's starting to show that in these performances.
And once again, proving that his spot on the pound-for-pound list is deserved. Congratulations to the Nigerian Nightmare.